Men in their late 30s who lost belly fat. How? Diet. People far underestimate the amount they eat. Especially at an older age where you're already comfortable and likely have a family, these things sort of become routine and instinctual. Put a little thought into it and be cognizant and you'll lose weight. Exercise is important as it will help, but look to primarily adjust diet. Exercise most should be mandatory just because the health benefits are immense. Not only will you feel better, but you'll look better. It'll improve cognitive ability, reduces rate of cognitive aging and reduces risk of dementia. Push-ups. Over the past 2 years I went from 330 pounds of morbidly obese fat, down to 215 muscular pounds. I began walking, intermittently fasting, and doing push-ups. Why push-ups? They act as a force multiplier when it comes to burning calories, plus, the plank position strengthens the core muscles. The results don't lie. I now have a six-pack and I haven't done a single crunch or sit-up. FYI, I'm 65 years old and I feel amazing. The change has not only benefited me physically, but also mentally. Good luck on your endeavor. Patience and discipline. You can cut down your food and start exercising more, and chances are you won't see much of a difference at first. You might gain some muscle, but losing fat takes a while. It's kind of a momentum thing though. It takes weeks of eating right every day with nothing happening, and then it will start, slowly at first, and then it starts really dropping off. You just need to keep telling yourself I'm doing it right, trust the process, it will happen. Eat less. Exercise more. Walking, rowing machine, weightlifting. The body needs to fulfill its nutritional needs of fat, protein, minerals and vitamins. Above that you can fill your caloric need with whatever trash you want as long as you're at a caloric deficit. Probably helps that my response to depression is to eat less. COVID sucked, so that happened. Didn't get rid of all the belly fat, but I did get rid of most of it, maybe 25-30 kilos weight loss in total. I was always chubby as a kid but lost it all in my late teens. I let myself go in my 30s and are trying to lose it back in my 40s now. It sure ain't easy. I try to eat healthier. Cut out most of my snacking. Virtually cut out sugar. I don't gym but I'm walking more and do small home workouts. I've lost almost a stone this year. From 13 st to 12 st. I also do partial fasting and only eat 2 meals a day. Only doing all of this has gotten me any results whatsoever. No more junk food. Hell, I don't even like it anymore. No more pizza, no more McDonald's, no more kebabs, no more Chinese takeaways. Apart from the occasional homemade hamburger, I only eat whole homemade foods. It tastes just as good and it's so much better for your health. We are humans, of the species Homo sapiens. We are just animals with consciousness. We are not meant to consume copious amounts of sugars and fats. Just eat food you are supposed to eat. I had a job during COVID at the airport screening flights, except there was maybe 1 or 2 flights a day, but we had to be there in case of redirection or something, so me, my best friend and 1 or 2 others just spent the entire time walking the entire length of the airport over and over while talking and listening to music. Lost a lot of weight and got paid to do it. Keeping it off though, it was thanks to doctor-prescribed amphetamines for ADHD. Replace one meal with either soup or salad. The salad can be as big as you want it to be but cannot have oil-based dressing on it. I use big mixing bowls for my salads and 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese and lime juice as dressing until I started using Skinny Girl dressing. After you get used to the meal replacement, cut down portion sizes on your other meals. I also worked out 4 times a week. I lost 30 pounds and 3 inches off my stomach area, hit my mid-40s and I was not aging like fine wine. Started biking consistently, pushing myself to go as hard as I could at any given point. That doesn't mean I was going fast all of the time, but it means I was going as fast as I could at that point in time, i.e., intensity is key. I began portion control, and doing some ab exercises. It did not happen overnight, but now rounding into my 50s, I may not have a six-pack, but I do have a semi-flat stomach. The secret is no soda, no booze. Burn about 400 calories a day, which can be done easily walking an hour on the treadmill at high pace and incline. Try to have protein shakes and 1 main meal no later than 7 p.m. if not earlier. Keep your carbs as low as possible. You'll burn the fat off rapidly. If you treat yourself a little bit, do it earlier in the evening or day if possible. Much better to have your treat or carb something in the AM rather than the PM. You don't have to do a drastic change and get fast results, just change your lifestyle gradually and permanently. And slowly but surely your body will change. Lifting weights is a great way to change your shape. as is cutting down on carbs, beer, sweets, crisps, ice cream, etc. Riding a bike or going for a good walk regularly will also have a positive influence. Instill good habits, get rid of bad ones. There's no hurry, you've got plenty of time. I lost 5 stone in a year and a half, as I turned 40. I started cycling to work and I didn't bring a lunch with me. That's literally it. Unless I needed to go buy groceries or something after work that needed the car, I made myself cycle, through hail and snow, down to 15 degrees. And it fucking worked a treat. I started putting weights on the bike to increase the effort as I did it, with 4.75 kilograms by the time I finished at that job. It's even tougher at 60. But I cut out butter completely, took the cream out of my coffee, and quit having cookies after dinner. Those minor dietary changes, and I've been stretching hard, not working out, just the stretching. Lost 20 pounds in a few months and now I'm hovering at 155. Was 145 out of high school, 175 when I freaked out. 155 is good, can do pull-ups, handstands, sprints, and almost a split. Cut out the crap foods. Most will say stop drinking, and yes, that is a great step. However, I kept drinking and just ate better and did push-ups and pull-ups every day. As many as I could. It ain't perfect and trainers will critique it, but I lost 45 pounds in less than 6 months. I'm not buff or anything, but I look fit. The exercise was the biggest part in mixing it up. Not the same push-ups every day. 2 different types, they are great for your core. A calorie is a calorie, or calories in, calories out are misleading and unhelpful. Your body is more complex than equations. Cut out sugar and keep your carbohydrate intake to under 25 grams a day. Keep consuming fat, protein, fiber, and your body will start burning your stored fat for fuel, instead of waiting for carbs and sugar. You can stay satiated and your body will burn fat in a way that may surprise you. As a woman who tried cutting calories and always ended up at square one because of the whole calories and out mindset, I signed up to work with a nutritionist. I use Black Iron Nutrition, and not only am I eating more than ever and losing weight and gaining muscle, I'm more active too and getting an education on how to eat. I'm not depriving myself. I feel good. It's a slower weight loss, but it's healthy. The pandemic hit when I was 39 and I couldn't go weight training anymore. Nor can I go have 2 pounds of wings, 6 pints and 12 shots every second night. So instead I stayed at home, went for long hikes, ate rice and beans and tuna, didn't lift heavy shit, and went from 234 pounds to 143 pounds in a year, probably 60 pounds fat and 40 muscle lost. I didn't get healthier per se, but I got skinnier. I drink and eat whatever I want. I also bike an hour every morning on the Peloton, my phone on a road bike on a shitty trainer, $15 a month for Peloton subscription. I average about 230 watts and burn 1,000 calories. I also fast until lunch after dinner. Bike in the morning on a fasted stomach. Overall super easy program to follow. Just get on the bike and press play is the hardest part. It's not rocket science, but it does take discipline to do. I do intermittent fasting. Just no breakfast and no snacking. 2 solid meals. No drinking. Pretty easy to keep under 2k calories. Minimum of 10k steps per day. Stairs and no elevators. I'm not going to the gym and managed to maintain 220 pounds at 6'2". I was 285 pounds with severe back pain that cleared up when I got under 240 pounds. Follow the nutrition and training programs from Kinobody or Lean Gains to the T, but the basic pillars are: eat at maintenance calories or slightly below. Protein makes up roughly 30 of your calorie intake. Walk for an hour daily. It doesn't have to be running, just move. Lift heavy weights 2-3 days a week, focusing on growing your chest, back, and shoulders. Depression. Severe depression where I stopped eating. 38. 6 feet 2 inches, 235 down to 190 when I finally made the decision to take control before my physical health got worse. I lost that weight in about a 6-week time frame. Now up to 205. I go to the gym 4 or 5x a week for about an hour. 15-20 walk backwards, fast jogging, and then weights for 45 minutes give or take. Ate less cheese, mayo, ice cream. Yes, it hurt to do. Cut way back on booze. Was checking weight with some regularity to see progress, then just kinda stopped. Then checked again a month later, and wow! Instead of adding a hole on my belt, to increase its circumference, I've had to do the opposite. I kinda don't even get it, it just happened. Mid to late 30s here. Just go to the gym and work out consistently every day or every other day. I eat whatever I want, when I want, and I don't have a belly. If you don't have the drive or the discipline to work out consistently, you need to cut back on your food intake or start substituting your typical foods with leafy greens and vegetables. I've lost most of what I had, but there's still a bit to go, but here's my main things. X200B. No soda. No alcohol. More exercise. I do something fun, like mountain biking 2 to 3 times a week. Smaller portions. I don't worry too much about the food itself, but less of it makes a huge difference. Calories in, calories out. Your body physically cannot function without burning something already on it to make up for the gap. To make sure that ends up being more fat than muscle, couple dieting with exercise. The tricky part is actually verifying you're not eating too much, so count your calories. I went from 210 to 165 when I was 35. Still at 165, 170 still. I switched to drinking water mostly and just cut random bad shit. It was shocking how much of a change in 6 months. After that I just started to do a bit more walking and taking stairs. I did swim more too. I guess mix of all that. 1,500 calories a day. Absolutely no sugar, almost no carbs except from vegetables, but I did have some cheat meals, not cheat days. 4 to 6 mile walks 4 days a week. 2 to 3 strength training days a week. I was 280, currently still going, down to 230 now. Started Sept 16th of this year. I'm 6 feet 0 inches.